one of the talking points that the Republicans had was Kamala Harris was not doing interviews when she was going to do an interview. You know, Trump was doing all these rambling press conferences. So she finally sat down, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, to speak to CNN, and CNN asked her about Trump's comments about her blackness or lack thereof at the National Association of Black Journalists. Do you have that clip, Fruit?
You have never interacted with him, met him face to face. That's going to change soon. But what I want to ask you about is what he said last month. He suggested that you happened to turn black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity.
Yeah.
Any
Same old tired playbook. Next question, please.
That's it?
That's it.
Was that enough? I mean, should she have...
You see how she answered that question? She was very mindful. She was very cute, very demure.
very demure. And that it's fascinating because I guess it was Politico had posted a thing saying like Harris evades questions about her identity. And, you know, we've seen this conversation, particularly on like Black MAGA Twitter, about, you know, Kamala Harris and is she black? And there are clips where she said, obviously she has dual identities, right?
Yeah.
But they brought up clips where she was saying she was South Asian and this is the thing. And like now she's becoming black. And you know, we just had a clip.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
Two clips. Yeah.
We had 2 clips where Kamala Harris spoke in Detroit yesterday, and she spoke in Pittsburgh, and it seemed that there was a little bit different.
That there was a discrepancy in her syntax.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Can
syntax.
you play those clips, my brother?
Yes.
This is Detroit.
You better thank a union member.
Church Kamala.
5-day work
That's
week.
HBCU Harris right there.
You better thank a union member.
That's
for
Howard
sick
Harris.
leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave.
Yes.
You better thank a union member for vacation.
Come on, Kamala.
Thank you.
And
Now
this is Pittsburgh, which is 5 hours later, but we'll talk about it.
Thank unions for sick leave. Thank unions for paid family leave.
She didn't see a lot of color in the crowd in Pittsburgh.
It was like Detroit was Lowry's. Pittsburgh was just like
regular
was just seasoned salt and pepper.
just regular salt, just one dash, just a tiny dash.
That was Mrs. Dash.
Lowry's and Mrs. Dash. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. So again, MAGA people kind of posted this, and so like I'm coming to you, Miracle. Should she have, or does Kamala need to have like a broader discussion about her ethnicity or like how she shows
like
up?
You always ask me these questions.
I mean, well, as a black woman, as a
don't be trying to DEI me for an answer.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Sorry. Sorry, Miracle.
No, I do think that sometimes folks are told to present a certain way for a certain crowd.
Yeah.
You know, and you are told, you know, it's just like you're code switching.
Yeah.
I think it was unnecessary because like people in Pittsburgh would have responded the same to either way she did her engagement and enunciation. And if she listed the
Detroit and Pittsburgh are very different.
These are union workers, right? These
Yes.
are people who have rallied, who have fought for union rights,
her base.
who are going through a strike, even here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So that same still preacher style engagement, I think would have been routed. Like I've been in a situation where I have had to advocate against still workers. When I tell you a rowdy bunch,
Yes.
a rowdy group
Yes.
of people, they don't care for the polish. They're like, listen,
But
tell me.
Rowdy,
Listen.
Iron City Beer versus Rowdy
No.
Colt 45.
It's still the same
Kinda different.
thing.
A little
But
bit- a little different.
You're still talking about it. You gotta think about it. There's so many, whether it's the Nippon Steel
Yes.
merger that people are worried about, where it's the West Penn nurses, whether it's the UPMC strike, whether it's the Post Gazette strike. There are so many things going on. So I think having someone not yelling, but really talking about what unions have fought for, what they are fighting for.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna get happy. Even Sean Fain, however you say it, he speaks kind of like how she did in Detroit, all over the country, and people love it.
But could this be a situation where
I think she just felt more comfortable in Detroit. Like, I love Detroit.
when you're around black people, like you said, sometimes you just naturally switch into your black conversation because
the
you're
ancestors
around.
just hold you and hug you.
And you
feel
see
the warmth and the love.
I don't see people that look like you. You're right, and so you're probably having like she probably had a bunch of conversations before she even got to the stage that were primarily with black people, and so you go. You know, I don't think it was like a purposeful thing where she was like, in Detroit, I'm gonna be the black Kamala, and then in Pittsburgh, I'm gonna be just
the ethnically ambiguous one.
I also think that like it is a part of this idea that when you feel home, you feel more comfortable.
Yes.